each other and joking around like kids, cowabunga. And really, that's what they were, on that level of gleefulness and playing, all splashing each other, fighting over who won, cursing at each other. Advaitacharya cursed Nityananda. You drunkard, who knows what caste you're from. All these things, it's just a mode of just open-hearted fun. And Mahaprabhu noticed it, and he said, I believe to Govinda, he said, tell them that they're great exalted scholars. That how are they playing like this? He was joking when he said it, but he was noting that they had become so gleeful, joyful, even though they were such sober, big scholars and everything. So this is notable in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that in this process of bhakti, the devotees have the realm of joy, or they enter into the realm of joyfulness in chanting Hare Krishna, taking prasadam together, and having all these sporting pastimes with the Lord. That's what Kevala Ananda Kanda. I can't help it, but I want to sing that next song we sang last night. We'll get to the other ones too, the ones where you went like that. This one is from the Gita Govinda. It's just a fact. When you sing the ashtakams over and over again, they start to get in you, right? Yes? Page 56. There it is. So let's sing this song together. Pralaya payobdi jale dhritavanasi vedam vihita vahitra charitra makedam kesha vadrita mina sharira jai jagadisha hare jai jagadisha hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Shitiriha Vipulatare Tishtati Tava Prishte Dharani Dharana Kina Chakra Garishte Keshavatrita Kurma Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Vasati Darshana Shikare Dharani Tava Lagna Shashani Kalanka Kaleva Nimagna Keshavadrita Shukara Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakama Bhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashi Putaru Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Chalayasi Vikramane Balimadbhuta Vamana Paranaka Nirajani Tajana Pavana Keshavatrita Jai Jagadisha Jai Jagadisha Hare. That was for 3 steps of land. Kshatriya Rudhira Maye Jagarapagata Papam Snapayasi payashishamita bhavatapam Keshavadrita Brigupatiruva Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Vitarasi Dikshurane Pati Kamandiyam Dasha Mukamali Balim Ramaniyam Keshavadrita Rama Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Vahasiva Pushi Vishade Vasanam Jaladabam Halahati Biti Militaya Mudabam Keshavadrita Haladara Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Haladar Buddha Nindasi Yagya Vedhera Shuti Jatam Sadaya Hridaya Darshita Pashugatam Keshavadrita Buddha Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Mlechani Vahanidhane Kalayasi Karavalam Duma Ketumiva Kimapi Karala Keshavadrita Kalki Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Shri Jaya Deva Kaveri Ramudita Mudaram Shinusukadam Shubhadam Bhavasharam Keshavadrita Dashvid Upa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Vedya Mudarate Jaganti Vahate Bhugolam Budbibrate Daityam Dharayate Balim Chalayate Shatrashayam Purvate Paulastyam Jayate Halam Kalayate Karunyamatanvate Mlechan Muchayate Dashakriti Krite Krishnaya Tubhyam Namah Mlechan Muchayate Dashakriti Krite Krishnaya Tubhyam Namah Shad Goswami Ashtakam ki Dashavatar Stotram ki Gaur Premanande. So the first one is about the great fish who gives protection to the Vedas. He met Maharaj Satyavrata when Satyavrata Muni Maharaj was doing some offerings in the water, of religious nature, and the little fish showed up and he said, I'm part of your kingdom. Why should I be left here helpless in the water? The big fish are going to eat me. You should help me. And then the king picked him up and brought him home. But then the fish grew. And the fish, Krishna, told the king, please put me in a bigger container. And so the king did that, and the next day the fish grew again, and again and again. This is Krishna's prerogative in the devotee of the life of a devotee. When anyone invites Krishna into his life, he'll find that Krishna makes himself at home. That's why people don't like to take the Bhagavatam in their house. That's one thing we noticed. The number one excuse is we don't have room. They have no idea what happens when the Bhagavatam comes in. They'll have no more room soon for anything. Of course, there's balance in life and all that, but the fact is that Krishna really wants the full devotion of every living entity, and this is his greatest joy, to have that reciprocation. So, as we know, the fish grew to millions of yojanas long, and helped to save the Vedas. And then the second one is about the tortoise, and he served as the platform on which the demigods and the demons churned the ocean of milk. This comes up in the 8th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And in this pastime, the demons and demigods are at odds with one another, and that's nothing new because they're always fighting. This you can always be assured of in this world, that the people are going to fight. Prabhupada didn't seem that concerned about it because he said that even devotees, when they have differences of opinion, are doing it because they're individuals. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? I mean, just the very fact that everybody's an individual is very interesting. That there's not one living entity that's the same as another in this world. Just think of that for a moment. There's no particle in this universe that's the same as another. There's no sunset that's the same as another. There's no moment that's the same. It's all unique at every moment, unfolding. In any case, the living entities with their free will, it's really kind of a free-for-all wherever you go, because they're all exercising that free will one way or another in the material or spiritual world, and then they have these, they compete against each other. So the demigods and demons are notorious for fighting, and the Lord arranged an armistice. That means they would join together for a higher cause and make a ceasefire. And then I'll just briefly tell the pastime, but I just want to tell you my favorite part. Because the way that this would unfold would be that the demigods and demons, would churn the milk ocean in order to get nectar. And the nectar would keep you alive. Of course, everyone's after this because everyone's always looking for some elixir. One of the most popular postings that comes out anywhere on the internet or in newspapers, magazines, is what's the next superfood. The first superfood was bananas. Now they've become passé because everyone knows what a banana is. But then there's been goji berries, and you can go down, what? Avocado, don't get me started. I mean, there's all these foods, but we're attracted to them. I'm attracted to them because you think, oh, I eat this, I'll live forever. I'll never get sick. And that's what they were thinking too. We'll get the pot of nectar and then everything's going to be great. And of course, it was very difficult. It was very difficult. In fact, they had to get Mandara Mountain in order to do that. And the demigods, who are very strong, and the demons, who are also very strong, worked together to bring that mountain and bring it over and put it in the water, and they got smashed by the mountain. So Vishnu came over and helped them. In fact, it was easy for him. That's very interesting. He came over on Garuda, just picked up the mountain and brought it over. Then, of course, it sank in the water and the milk, and they needed a platform, so this tortoise came there. This is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one of his forms, and he made himself the platform. Of course, he had an itching sensation on his back, and he wanted to relieve it. And that's one of the ways, from the churning. And then they needed help again to keep the mountain in place, so the Lord went to the top of the mountain. They put the ropes, Vaisesika, big snake, and now this is my favorite part. So the demons, they said, we're the scholars here, we're the intelligent ones, why do these demigods, they have the front of the snake? And Lord Vishnu says, yeah, let's change places. And then the demons came to the front and the demigods went to the back. And then when they started churning, fire started coming out of the mouth of Vaisesika, and it was burning the demons. And I just thought that's, poetic justice. And it's how the world works too. You think, I'll be in this line and it'll go faster, but then you change the other line, and then the other one, somebody's, visa is messed up, and you're there for like 3 hours. So in the Gita, Krishna talks about how we should actually be satisfied with gain that comes of its own accord. We should be patient with the way the world works. In fact, in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna talks about how when he's describing the three modes of material nature, it's a long chapter, discussion of the three modes. He says, you shouldn't praise or blame anyone because you should see how the world's working uniformly and so forth. Be equipoised. Try to make so many moves in the material world to try to get yourself situated, and then you move yourself right to the front of the snake. And of course, then the nectar came out. I'm skipping over, some of the details, obviously, but when the nectar came out, then there was a fight. The demons took it, and some of the demons fought amongst themselves. The weaker demons said, no, let's share with everybody. Because they knew they weren't going to get anything from the stronger demons. So they were all for sharing with the demigods, because at least they'd get something. And then the demons took it, and then Mohini Murti came. And she's totally psyched out the demons, because she came over and they were just bewildered when they saw her form. And they were submissive, and she said, you have to trust anything I say. Even if you think I'm saying the wrong thing, you have to just trust. Oh, yeah, sure, we trust you. This is how pliable everybody is to the material nature. Think, it's going to be okay. And so she took the nectar and brought it to the demigods and gave it to them to drink. Only Rahu was able to get a little sip and keep his head. So there's so many lessons in that pastime of Kurma when he comes. And I believe there's a verse in the Bhagavatam, 12th canto, that describes how the breathing of the Supreme Personality of God in the form of the tortoise, Kurma, is still imitated today. Everything is so consequential about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his forms. For instance, the breathing of Kurma. Even today, the rising and the ebb and flow of the tides are only imitating the breathing, the breath of the Supreme Personality of God in his form as Kurma. Do you have that verse, Nagar? You want to get that? If you get it, I'll read it. And this is just a sublime verse, which is like a reminder that everything that we see, wherever it can be a udipana or a stimulus for remembering Krishna, wherever we look in this world. I was reading earlier in the Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhav about how this was one of the characteristics of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that wherever he looked, he saw something about Krishna. This was noted by his followers. For instance, he'd look at people cultivating a field, and then he'd remember how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had given the metaphor of devotional service as being a gardener cultivating the garden. And in all instances, he would see Krishna in the various movements of the world and everything that was going on. Highly recommended way to go. So while Nagar Prabhu is looking up that verse, which will astound you, we've already been beaten to the punch by Mukaravind, who's practiced in such things. This is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 13, verse number 2. Are you willing to be astounded? Eager to be astounded? If not, I recommend you cover your ears. Amul Purana will escort you to the front lobby. And when we're done, then you can come back. here we go. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared as Lord Kurma, a tortoise, his back was scratched by the sharp-edged stones lying on massive, whirling Mount Mandara, and this scratching made the Lord sleepy. May you all be protected by the winds caused by the Lord's breathing in this sleepy condition. Ever since that time, even up to the present day, the ocean tides have imitated the Lord's inhalation and exhalation by piously coming in and going out. If you like this, give a round of applause. You like it. I knew you'd like it. That's really something. It's so poetical, and at the same time, because it's the Supreme Personality of God, it's rather outrageous, the Lord's pastimes, and just how free he is to enjoy in any way that he likes, and that becomes so consequential. Everything else follows because of that. And so, for those who are devotees, there's never a dull moment, because you never know what the Supreme Personality of God is going to do next. And even if you do, it's always ever fresh. His pastimes in the spiritual world, as described by Sanatana Goswami in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, the same pastime, like Krishna leaving Vrindavan and going to Mathura, it happens over and over and over again in a circle. And each time there's some nuance to it that's a little bit different. It's going on, the Nitya Lila. The devotees enter into that. Thank you very much, Mukarvan Prabhu. And now we'll sing a song that has the names of Nitai in it, because we like to. And the names of Nitai and Gauranga are so auspicious and merciful, as is the Lord, because there's no difference between the Lord and his name. Sutta Goswami mentions this at the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. He says, Apana samsritim goran yannamam vivishogrinan tata sadyo vimucheta yabibheti swayam payam. Now, for those of you who are no longer satisfied by being in the material world and going through the cycle of repeated birth and death, this is an important verse, because it says, Apana samsritim goran yannama vivishogrinan, that by chanting the holy name of the Lord, which is non-different from him, one can be freed from the cycle, sansritim, of repeated birth and death in the material world. That is something to advertise. People advertise a lot of things in this world, and they're really inconsequential. Think about the word consequence. Consequence means there's a sequence of things that unfold naturally after you do them. The material world, basically, of course, there are consequences. We know this as karma. But in the end, it's not so important, because it's very predictable. It's a predictable cycle. And one thing follows the next, and one becomes entangled in the material world. But when you chant the holy names of the Lord, the consequence is very different. It frees one from the material world and puts one in one's original state of freedom to serve the Lord. So these names of Nitai and Gaur, as mentioned in the song Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole, are special. 58? 68, eh? Because they normally, when one chants the names of the Lord, there is a consideration of offenses, but in chanting the names of Nitai and Gaura, there is no offense considered at all. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in this song, "Oh, my mind dances," chanting the names Doyal Nitai Chaitanya, "Oh, my mind dances, oh, my mind dances, oh, my mind dances." Or it could also mean, "Oh, my mind, please dance, please dance, please dance." And so this is the power of bhakti. By singing these songs about Nitai and Gaur, the mind will dance. And this is consequential, because it brings one to the in the same step as what's going on in the spiritual world. As mentioned in the Brahma Samhita, there's not walking, there's dancing out of joy. And when the mind becomes absorbed in the names of Nitai and Gaur and these songs written by the pure devotees, then it carries one away from the material world. So he goes on to say, "Oh, such a merciful personality as Nityananda Prabhu is not to be found anywhere. He suffers a beating from Jagai and Madhai, and still gives them love of God. Oh," everyone say, "Oh. When your offenses are vanquished, you will obtain the treasure of love of God. But in these names of Chaitanya and Nitai, there is no consideration of offenses. Once you have a taste for the holy name of Krishna, bondage to this world will come to an end." This is an important point that Bhaktivinoda Thakur makes in another song, Jivan, Jivana hoy lo shesh, na bhaji le hrishikesh, Bhakti vino rupa de shekbarnam, rashe matore namgai, gora madhushvare. So in this song he says, Jivana hoy lo shesh. At any moment you can be vanquished in this world. And it's just like you can roll off like the little drop of water on a leaf at any time. Jivana hoilo shesh na bhaji le hrishikesh. He said, but you haven't worshipped Krishna yet. Hrishikesh, the master of the senses. So now Bhaktivinoda gives his advice. Bhaktivinoda Upadesh. Ek bar nam rashe matore. One time, try to get that taste for chanting the holy name of the Lord. So this we have permission from the Srimad Bhagavatam as the full-time occupation of the living entity. So any of you would like to know this, it's in the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam says, Kamasya nendriya pritir labo jiveta yavata jivasya tattva jignasya narto yash cheha karmabi. Says, don't chase after material desires in this world. Kamasa nendriya pritir. Never try for that. Labo jiveta yavata. And never use material gain to try to get sense gratification. Because jivasya tattva jignasya, all of life's energy is meant to inquire about the Supreme and to come to the point of being connected in bhakti to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narto yash cheha karmabi. Nothing else should be the purpose of one's life. How does that make you feel? It's good work if you can get it, right? But that's actually the injunction, human form of life. Humans are meant for this. So one can be fully assured that working to get a taste for hearing and chanting can be your full-time occupation. You can just dedicate yourself to that in whatever way you can. And there's a lot more to be said about that. And then he goes on, when there is attachment to the holy name of Krishna, then very easily the life of a living being becomes successful. Please. Without affection for Krishna, life is simply useless. At the end of life, you will obtain the beautiful vision of Radha and Shyam in Vrindavan if the mercy of Lord Gaur is received. And then another Those are the best parts, just an expression, evocative that this is great. So this song, we'll sing this song and remember how by the mind dancing to the names of Nitai and Gaur, merciful, one can come to the perfection of life. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachriyar Marman Nachriyar Marman Nachriyar Marman Nachriyar Marman Nachriyar Marman. Hey! Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachriyar Marman Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachriyar Marman Nachriyar Marman Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman. Hey! Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Doyal Tonai Hai, Doyal Tonai Hai, Emon Doyal Tonai Hai Mar Ke Prema De. Emon Doyal Tonai Hai Mar Ke Prema De. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman. Hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Ore aparada dure jabe pabe premadhan. Ore aparada dure jabe pabe premadhan. Vicharto na hai, Vicharto na hai, O name apara Vicharto na hai, O name apara Vicharto hai. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman. Hey! Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Takon Krishna name ruche habe guchibe bandhan. Takon Krishna name ruchi habe guchibe bandhan. Anuragto habe hai, Anuragto habe hai, Krishna name Anuragto habe hai, Krishna name Anuragto habe hai. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman, Nachariyar Marman. Hey! Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachariyar Marman. Takon anayase sapil habe jivera jivan. তখন অনায়াসে সফল হবে জীবের জীবন। জীবন তো মিছে হে, জীবন তো মিছে হে, কৃষ্ণ রতি বিনা জীবন তো মিছে হে, কৃষ্ণ রতি বিনা জীবন তো মিছে হে। দয়া নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচরে আমার মন, দয়া নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচরে আমার মন, নাচরে আমার মন, নাচরে আমার মন, নাচরে আমার মন, নাচরে আমার মন। হে দয়া নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচরে আমার মন, দয়া নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচরে আমার মন, দয়া নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচরে আমার মন। এসে বৃন্দাবনে রাধা শ্যামের পাবে দর্শন, এসে বৃন্দাবনে রাধা শ্যামের পাবে দর্শন। Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world, according to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, after Krishna's appearance. He thought, I gave the instructions in the Bhagavad Gita. I told the world, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja Ahang Twang Sarva Papi Mu Makshayishami Masuja. Don't worry about anything, I'll take care of all your affairs, just surrender to me. But nobody did it. And then he thought, Anarpita Charim Chirat Karuna Yavatirna Kalo Samaparyutum Unatojvalarasam Sabhakti Shriyam. For a long time or forever, haven't given the mellows of loving devotional service as performed by the residents of Vrindavan, Vraj. The world knows of my majesty in Vaikuntha, but they don't know that in the highest realm of the spiritual world, my friends play with me. Sometimes they ride on my back and say, you're not such a big man. I can beat you any day of the week. And they wrestle. And my lovers, they scorn me. And they tell me, you can't come in. We don't want you here anymore. Said, I enjoy these irreverent words of my loving friends in the highest realm of the spiritual world, more than the reverent hymns of the Vedic literature. But people don't know anything about this. Therefore, I'll come to this world and I'll show people what the highest realm of the spiritual world looks like and what everyone does. Not only that, I'll give a process by which anyone in this Kali Yuga age can go back home, back to Godhead, simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And when the word started to spread, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come to the world, and that just by chanting his holy names, performing devotional service, one can go back home, back to the spiritual world. They all gathered together to discuss the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then it spread from one town to the next. The big cities, people working in offices, behind cubicles, looking at a screen all day, driving home in a little box and getting home to another little box and opening a little box with some cookies in it. They'd eat that and they were feeling sad. But then they heard about the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they said, enough of this. We're going to join the Sankirtan movement. And then a sound started coming from the towns and cities. It sounded like this. Gaura Kripa Hole Hey. 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 Doyali Tai Chaitanya Bole Nachare Armarman. Dal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachare Armarman. Nachare Armarman. Nachare Armarman. Nachare Armarman. Nachare Armarman. Hey! Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gaur Haribo. Nitai Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Nitai Gaura Premanande, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Shri Harinam Mahamantra ki, Shri Nitai Gaura Ranga ki, Gaura Premanande, Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nach Re Amar Man. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nach Re Amar Man. Nach Re Amar Man. Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, hey! Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman. Nitai Gauda Haribo, Haribo. Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo. Hare Krishna. And now we're going to slow it down for a minute and do our Chad. And the secret to life is so simple. It's the Bhagavad Gita. Now, Advaitacharya, who knows a thing or two about a thing or two in this material world because he created it, he's Mahavishnu. And also some say a combination of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva, which means he really knows intimately about the creation and destruction in the material world. And he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He knows us. He knows what we're going through in the samsriti, the cycle of birth and death. And he knows what the proper medicine is to save the soul from this material world. And you'd think it would be a really complicated thing. Actually, people are always trying to find an inside track to try to get ahead of other people. That's another way of kind of competing in spiritual life. People have to have their own philosophy and be munis and so forth. Prabhupada noted that it's a simple process of chanting Hare Krishna. And he said, now I notice that my disciples are collecting many austere books. And of course, as Shiva Ram Maharaj once noted, he said, you can go to the cloth market and buy so many books. Of course, you don't know where they came from, who compiled them or edited them, and so forth. And also Prabhupada noted that sometimes people think that Hare Krishna is too simple, that unless you're pressing your nose or doing some other kind of exercise, it can't be really bona fide. And in a letter Prabhupada wrote to Jagannatha Prabhu, I didn't see the letter Jagannatha wrote to him, but 90% of the letters that Prabhupada received from disciples were about problems. And anybody who's a leader in the Krishna conscious movement or counsels devotees knows that 90% of the conversations are about problems. And anybody who's been a temple president knows that 90% of the time you deal with problems. And if you're working as a GBC, then it's more like 99.9%. And the problems are just bigger and have more consequences. But the solution Prabhupada said to Jagannatha Prabhu is it's the same old thing, chant Hare Krishna. Thinking in simple terms, Occam's razor, the simplest answer is usually the correct one. It's a law of nature. So the simplest path to actually becoming whole in one's practice in devotional service is to read Bhagavad Gita. It's so simple that people miss it. And we went around Gujarat recently, and Gujaratis, you can't find more pious people in the world practically, and they know Bhagavad Gita. In fact, we tell them when we approach them, I told the Indian devotees there, they want to know how to sell a Bhagavad Gita, and I told them it's not the same way as you sell to an American. Because with Indians, it's like selling a Bible to an American. They think, what are you doing? Or if you go around and you try to sell Korans to Muslims, or as they say, ice to Eskimos. I did try to sell a Koran to a Muslim once. I was going door to door, and at one of our Sankirtan parties, and a young Muslim fellow came out, and he was interested in our books for comparative sake, and he gave as a donation 7 cans of orange soda and a Koran and a book about the Koran. So we took all those and gave him the Bhagavad Gita. And I distributed the cans of soda to the devotees. And then I kept the 2 books in my bag, and I was walking across the parking lot of the apartment complex later, and I saw this man, and I approached him, and I showed him Bhagavad Gita. He said, "No thanks, I'm a Muslim." I said, "Okay, no problem." And I pulled out the Koran. And I showed him the Koran. He said, I said I was a Muslim. Why would I need the Koran? So I said, yeah, but you don't have this. And it was a book about the Koran by some scholar. I said, take that. And he bought it. Anyway, in Gujarat, we tell the devotees when they approach someone, first tell them, you know Bhagavad Gita. Your mother and father know Bhagavad Gita. They taught you Bhagavad Gita. Your grandmother memorized Bhagavad Gita. I tell them that before we start to explain. I never put a book in their hand, because if you put a book in their hand, then they take it as an insult. It's very difficult for them. So we just explained to them that they already know Bhagavad Gita. And I was telling the devotees when I was in Gujarat that the mood of approaching somebody on book distribution is that you put them on the Vyasasana and you sit down. You're not teaching them. Let them teach you. Then they feel satisfied. Because if you condescend to people that you don't know, or anybody even that you do know, they're not going to appreciate it at all. But this is one of the ways in which to approach people when you go on book distribution. So put them on a Vyasa sign and explain to them that they already know all this. And then we tell them that actually what we're doing is spreading what you already know all over the world. And we were telling people in Gujarat is such a peaceful place, and that you can actually spread this peace all over the world. And through the Bhagavad Gita, Gujarat is the place from which, peace can break out all over the world because of your spiritual knowledge and acumen. And then we ask for donation without giving them anything, and then they'll give the donation for that, and then we give them the book on top of that. Wasn't that how it was going, Hansapriya? That's how it worked, and it worked very well. So the Bhagavad Gita is something that people overlook because it seems too simple, because they already know it, and they already say, I have it, I know it, I've read it, but they haven't really. So it's important for those who are interested in being devotees of Lord Krishna to read the Bhagavad Gita every day. Because if you read the Bhagavad Gita every day, a substantial section of it, then you'll be fortified, your intelligence will be permeated by Krishna's instructions. And there's also a kind of mystic spiritual potency that comes from the Bhagavad Gita that's spoken about in the Gita Mahatmya. Miracles happen because of the vibration of the Bhagavad Gita. Was that convincing what I just said? Convincing enough, right? So try it, for the next, say, 30, 40 years. Do every day as an experiment. Every day, read at least one chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and then see what happens, say, at the time of death. That, right? Is that you? Okay. So let's chant chapter 17 of the Bhagavad Gita. Page 12. We just happen to have it here. And the reason we picked 17 is because this is what... Page 12, chapter 17. This is what everybody around the world is chanting right now. It's chapter 17. Anybody who's a member of Chapter a Day, also known as CHAD, together we're making this a daily ritual. Altogether. Arjuna Vacha Ye Shastra Vidham Utsrijya Yajante Shuddhayanvita Tesham Nishta Tukha Krishna Satvamaho Rajastama Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Trividha Bhavati Shuddha Dehinam Sa Subhavaja Satviki Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Chetitam Shrinu Sadvanurupa Sarvasya Shraddha Bhavati Bharata Shraddha Mayo Yam Purusho Yo Yat Shraddha Sa Eva Saha Yajanti Satvika Devan Yaksha Raksham Sirajasa Pretan Bhuta Gunam Chanye Yajante Tamasajana Ashastra Vihitam Koram Tapyante Ye Tapojana Dambahankara Samyukta Kamaraga Balanvita Karshayanta Sharirastam Bhutagramam Achetasa Mam Chaivanta Sharirastam Tan Vidyasura Nishjayan Aharas Twapi Sarvasya Trividho Bhavati Priya Yagnas Tapas Tata Danam Tesham Bedam Imam Shrinu Ayu Sattva Balarogya Sukha Priti Vivardana Rasya Snigdha Stira Hridya Ahara Satvika Priyaha Katvam La Lavanat Yushna Tikshna Ruksha Vidahinaha Aharas Rajashashyeshta Tuka Shoka Maya Prada Yata Yamam Katarasam Puti Paryushitam Chayat Uchishtam Apichamedyam Bojanam Tamasa Priyam Apala Kankshibir Yagno Vididrushto Yaijate Yashtavyam Evati Mana Samadaya Sasatvika Abhisandaya tu palam Dambartam apichaiva yat Ijate bharata shreshta Tam yagnyam vidirajasam Vidihinam ashishtanam Mantrahinam adakshinam Shraddha virahitam yagnam Tamasam parichakshite Deva dvija guru prajna Pujanam shaucham arjavam Brahmacharyam ahimsa cha Shariram tapa uchate Anuvega karam vakyam Satyam priya hitam chayat Swadhyaya bhyasanam chaiva Vanmayam tapa uchate Mana prasada saumyadvam Mauna ma vanigraha Bhava samshudhiritye tat Tapo mana samuchate Shradaya paraya taptam Tapas tat trividham nare Apala kankshi bir yuktai Satvikam paritakshite Satkara mana pujartam Tapodam pena chaiva yat Kriyate tadiha proktam Rajasam chalam adruvam Muda grahanatmano yat Pidaya kriyate tapa Parasyot sadhanartam va Tattamasam udaritam Datavyam iti yaddanam diyate nupakarine, deshe kale cha patre cha, taddanam satvikam smritam, yat tu pratyupakarartam, palam udishyava puna, diyate cha paliklishtam, taddanam rajasam smritam, adesha kalaya danam, apratebhyascha diyate, asatkritam avagnatam, tattamasam udaritam. Om tat sat iti nirdesho, brahmanas trividasmita, brahmanas tena vedascha, yagnascha vihita pura. Tasmat om ityudahritya, yagnadana tapakriyaha, pavartante vidanuktam, satatam brahmavadinam. Tat ityanabhisandaya, palam yagna tapakriyaha, dana kriyascha vivada, kriyante mukshakangshibi. Sadbhave sadhubhave cha, sad ityetat prayujate, prashaste karmani tata, satchabda parta yujate, yagne tapasidane cha, stiti sad iti chochite, karma chaiva tadartiyam, sad ityeva badiyate, ashradaya hutam datam, tapas taptam kritam chayat, asad ityuchite parta, na cha tapretya no iha. Om tat sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Shraddhatraya Vibhag Yogo Nama Saptashodhyayaha Hari Om. And because we're running a little short on time, and I have to read you a purport that will be life-changing to you, I think. I'm going to forego the English translations for right now. But it does become intriguing, doesn't it, when you hear the verses and then you start thinking, like, what do they mean? And you start reading them and you go deeper and deeper. This is the one of the benefits of Chad, is staying close to the Bhagavad Gita. Your mind becomes attracted to it. And when your mind becomes attracted to the Bhagavad Gita, then you're definitely attracted to Krishna. And this is one of the ways that you can actually control the mind and go back to Godhead and be happy in this life, which sounds like a good idea. So now I'm going to read to you from the Bhagavatam, and this verse is from 3:6:36. From the chapter called Creation of the Universal Form, and the canto, chapter 3, is the status quo. And the verse says, Tatapi kirtayam yanga yata mati yata shrutam kirtim hare swam sadkartum giram adyabidasit satim. Tata, therefore, api, although it is so, kirtayami, I do describe, anga, O Vidura, yata, as much as, mati, intelligence, yata, as much as, shrutam, heard, kirtim, glories, hare, of the Lord, swam, own, satkritum, just purify, giram, speeches, anyabida, otherwise, asatim, unchaste. Translation: in spite of my inability, whatever I have been able to hear from the spiritual master, and whatever I could assimilate, I am now describing in glorification of the Lord by pure speech. For otherwise my power of speaking would remain unchaste. Purport: the purification of the conditioned soul necessitates purification of his consciousness. By the presence of consciousness, the presence of the transcendental soul is verified, and as soon as consciousness leaves the body, the material body is not active. Consciousness is perceived, therefore, by activities. The theory put forward by empiric philosophers that consciousness can remain in an inactive state is the proof of their poor fund of knowledge. One should not become unchaste by stopping the activities of pure consciousness. If the activities of pure consciousness are stopped, certainly the conscious living force will be otherwise engaged, because unless engaged, the consciousness has no standing. Consciousness cannot be silent even for a moment. When the body does not act, the consciousness acts in the form of dreams. Unconsciousness is artificial. By induced extraneous help, it remains for a limited period, but when the intoxication of the drug is finished, or when one is awake, the consciousness again acts earnestly. Maitreya's statement is that in order to avoid unchaste conscious activities, he was trying to describe the unlimited glories of the Lord, although he did not have the ability to describe them perfectly. This glorification of the Lord is not a product of research, but the result of hearing submissively from the authority of the spiritual master. It is also not possible to repeat all that one has heard from his spiritual master, but one can narrate as far as possible by one's honest endeavor. It does not matter whether the Lord's glories are fully explained or not. One must attempt to engage one's bodily, mental, and verbal activities in the transcendental glorification of the Lord. Otherwise, such activities will remain unchaste and impure. The existence of the conditioned soul can be purified only by the method of engaging mind and speech in the service of the Lord. The Tridandi sannyasi of the Vaishnava school accepts 3 rods representing the vow to engage in the service of the Lord with body, mind, and speech, whereas the Ekadandi sannyasi takes the vow to become one with the Supreme. Since the Lord is the Absolute, there is no distinction between him and his glories. The glories of the Lord, as chanted by the Vaishnava sannyasi, are as substantial as the Lord himself. And thus, while glorifying the Lord, the devotee becomes one with him in transcendental interest, although he remains eternally a transcendental servitor. This simultaneous one and different position of the devotee makes him eternally purified, and thus his life becomes a complete success. That is a masterpiece of a purport, and it is poetical, and one could live off of this for the rest of one's life, just going deeply within that. Hare Krishna. And just to leave you for a couple of minutes with an evening tune, an evening raga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you all came here to the Dham at all the trouble that it took to get here and all the expense. It all goes to your permanent spiritual credit. It's cumulative. Also, whatever we've done today has caused great damage to the material world and to whatever anomalies and karma is there within our own hearts, and the damage can never be reversed. So congratulations. And now we have some very down-to-earth announcements by Shraddha Devi Dasi herself, who's going to come up here and tell us what we've won. Let's give her a hand. She's working from morning till night, putting...
Hare Krishna. How is everybody feeling today after the first day?
Fantastic. Excellent.
Okay, let's give a Hari Bol to ourselves then.
Hari Bol!
All right, good. So we have one trip to Gambhira and the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tomorrow. Okay. So first of all, I also wanted to thank His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu as well as His Grace Madhavananda Prabhu for the wonderful Krishna Katha throughout the day for us. So let's give them a big round of applause. I want the applause ISV style. You know what that means. Thank you. A few quick things I wanted to just point out, and one of them is that because of some disagreeable order that we keep on getting throughout the day, we have to light incense sticks here. So just be careful while you're dancing and walking around that there could be incense sticks towards the edges of this area. Just be cognizant of that. How are we doing on the khaja? Where's our khaja king? You're here. All right. Yeah. Did you get any? Not yet? Well, so we won't be taking any orders after February 20th. So just make sure. Yeah. So you'll hand over to somebody. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so February 20th, just make sure that you place your orders for khaja there. We had taken 2 flags today, in addition to those wonderful 3. You have them? Okay, Arunikeshvi has them. Okay, that's good. Then also, did everybody get a tag like this? And a diary? Everybody got it? Okay, in case anybody didn't get that? You didn't? Okay. Yeah, in case you didn't get that, then please contact Bhagavad Seva Prabhu over there, Subhadra Mataji, and he'll arrange one for you. Book distribution. So how did you enjoy the book distribution? There you go. So normally Madhav Govinda Prabhu would have told us the scores, but he can't tell the scores because a lot of people did not return the books to him or the bags. Just want to let you know that the bags are not for personal use. They are meant for storing the books. So please do return the Lakshmi and the books to him so that he can have an accurate count. So we report every day at the end of the day on how many books that we have done. Yeah, and if you don't know who Madhav Govinda is, please stand, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Now, I don't know what counts towards the book distribution scores, because we have Varshana Mataji, who is on a train right now, and she distributed 5 Bhagavad Gitas, 5 Krishna books, and 5 small books on the way to the Yatra. So that's some scores for you. Yeah, she just texted me to tell that. Okay. I wanted to spend just a few minutes at the end today, and that is that this year we have a new city that we are visiting, right, on our Yatra, which is Calcutta and Kolkata, as it is called now. And for the first time, we'll also be moving from this from Puri to Kolkata by flight. So it's going to be a new experience for all of us. We'll be taking a bus or a car to go to Bhubaneswar, and from there we will board the flight. Mukharvinda, we have about 70. Yeah, so we have about 70 devotees who will be boarding the plane, and so I'll be making more announcements, reaching out to all of you, because it'll be quite a logistical challenge for us to get everybody together, make sure they are on the plane in the right place, and the luggage is taken care and things like that. So I'll be reaching out to you, asking you to put certain luggage tags on your luggage. And one of the reasons for that is also that the last day that we are here in Puri, the night of February 22nd, 23rd we move out early in the morning. So on 22nd will be the last day that I'll be able to address all of you as a group here. Because once we reach Calcutta, then from Calcutta airport we'll be going to 2 different hotels. So Calcutta surprisingly didn't have a hotel big enough to accommodate all of us. Right? So there'll be two separate hotels we'll be going to. So we'll start tagging the luggage from here itself. Which luggage has to go to Pallavi International and which one has to go to Meera Mandir. Those are the 2 hotels that we'll be going. So just cooperate with us and make sure that you tag your labels properly. Also, when we ask you to board a certain bus, you do board the bus, and tend to stay together with the group and not wander off. There can be many attractions. There can be many opportunities to dispute a book or something like that. But if we give you a call, please do come and do stay with us. Karvinda, how are we doing on the prasadam front? Any news on that? Prasadam is coming? Okay, I can hear the door open. Yeah. So that's all I had, Maharaj, today.
Thank you, Shraddha Devi Dasi. a couple of recommendations for the book distribution. And that is, when you approach people, the approach is what matters. That's the most important part. So find somebody that, when you see somebody you're going to approach and come close, then be demonstrative in approaching them, and then be demonstrative in taking off your shoes. I highly recommend this, because this is the key culturally to alerting them and their mental system that something spiritual is about to happen. And it's really difficult for them to refuse once you take off your shoes. Does anybody have a question about that? Did anybody try that today? Did it work? You got 60 rupees. Well, I saw a lot of devotees approaching with their shoes on, and you're missing an opportunity if you do that. Take the time to take your shoes off. If you don't have time to take your shoes off, then they may not have time to entertain you and give something in return. So shoes off, and then what we've been doing is handing first a lollipop, then a sticker, and then a book, and then the card. And it goes with a cadence of 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. It's very methodical. Shoes off, be very humble, then 1, 2, 3, language card, and then mountain pose. And just in mountain pose, don't say a word. Don't mess it up. No one else hand them anything, and just wait, and then you'll see what happens. So I just wanted to mention that little tweak, that at least try it and see what happens, because we found that it's a formula, haven't we, Nagar Kirtan? That it works 99% of the time. We had only, I think, one person today who didn't buy a book from us, and using this technique. So I recommend it. Thank you very much. Sharirat Vijaja Vishaya Shagare Tarma Jedi Boyati Lobo Muisu Durmati Take Jeta Katita Shangsare Krishna Bora Doyamoy Kori Bare Jihwajai Shaprashad Anadilobai Shayanamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunagao Premedako Shri Chaitanya Nita Premedako Shri Chaitanya Nita Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Sapapunyavatam Rajan Vishwasona Vijay Prasade Sarva Dukhanam Hanirasyo Pujayate Prasana Chetaso Yashu Bhuripaya Vatishtate Bhagavat Shri Mahaprasade Ki Gaur Premanande Nitai Gauda Haribo 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 Nitai Gauda Haribo. We're whiling away our time, counting the moments until we see that Mahaprasadam come from Lord Jagannatha's temple. It's the primary way of having darshan with Lord Jagannath here in the Dham, as we heard from Madhavananda Prabhu yesterday. And until we see that light come on, we'll be like dead stones here, lamenting, feeling separation. Prasad is there. Nitai Gauda Haribo, 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 Nitai Gauda Haribo. Please come take prasadam. Haribo. Vanchakalpadruvascha kripasindvevacha patitanam pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Nantakoti Vaishnavindiki Jai.